Bitcoin is right now breaking below critical support, and on today's update video, I will talk exactly about this breakdown, what this means for the larger picture on Bitcoin, the Bitcoin CME gap breakdown, which we're also seeing right now, the falling wedge pattern. I will be discussing this, my price targets, and what I'm expecting is to happen next, and how I'm going to be anticipating my next trade on this move we're getting right now on Bitcoin. So in today's update video, I will go in depth of that, the funding rates, and many more important charts, including Ethereum, because in 27 days from now on, we're going to have the final deadline of the spot Ethereum ETF, and this could very well mean that we're potentially going to start to see a major reversal in the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin pairs. So can we once again slap on that like button back above 700 likes? That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away towards the imminent short term. And on the imminent short term, we can clearly see that Bitcoin had a significant breakdown of that CME futures gap here. So Bitcoin created the CME gap over the course of the weekend, like it does every single weekend. And yes, we created a massive gap on the top side, which is of course quite good for the beginning of this week, because most likely, like 9 out of the 10 times, Bitcoin tends to be filling up its CME gap just days after it's creating one. So after we created this, we also saw that Bitcoin actually broke down of one of the most important upward sloping support lines we've been looking at for quite a while right now, because yesterday I also tweeted about this. I would love to see Bitcoin come down further because we're creating a massive falling wedge pattern, which is my base case scenario. And yes, if Bitcoin breaks down lower and potentially hits my lower targets on that falling wedge pattern, I am going to be opening up $1 million Bitcoin long position, because yes, I have set up new Bitcoin buy orders worth over $1 million around this orange box here. So yes, if Bitcoin really comes down, I would take this opportunity with both hands, and if Bitcoin were to be bouncing already towards the upside, I would benefit from it because I've got a multi-dollar Bitcoin and cryptocurrency portfolio. So yes, this is currently my strategy, and if we do see the breakout of this downward sloping trend line right here, I do believe that the big push towards the upside is going to get started. And right now we've been consolidating in this pattern for about 56 days here, and yes, the longer we're going to consolidate around $60,000 for Bitcoin, the bigger and the more explosive the price action is going to be eventually. So I don't believe it's going to be a bad thing what Bitcoin is currently doing. But currently on the imminent short term, we can see that we're creating an average or slight downtrend here on Bitcoin. And whenever we do break this downtrend, we're probably going to be reversing and we're probably going to see a bigger move here. But just like we didn't took out the previous high in the market, right now still we are trading in a slight downtrend. We could still find some support on the lower side. But if I'm currently just clearly looking at this trend, the main way where the trend is going is downwards. And yes, the real big support for Bitcoin, in my opinion, is laying around $60,000. And that is also the point where I will be opening up massive positions. So Bitcoin could potentially still come a little bit lower, but I wouldn't be all too worried about if that were to be happening, because yes, I think that the lower we're going to go at this point, the bigger the opportunity is going to become, because currently still, and I need to be pointing this out every single day, the funding rate is still negative, and the funding rates are reflecting something about how people are thinking about the market and how the sentiment is in the market, and currently it is extremely negative, and that means that the majority of the traders are actually trading short, and if you were to be trading short right now, you are literally paying a premium to be opening up a short position on Bitcoin while we are trading in a bull market, which is of course quite insane if you would ask me. And still, this indeed takes some time because Bitcoin has been extremely boring, but still you have to understand where the liquidity is being built up. And the majority of the liquidity is not below us. It is clearly above us because everyone is trading short. So while everyone is panicking out there and saying that Bitcoin is going to go lower, I think the most likely scenario is that indeed that Bitcoin could still come a little bit lower, but due to the fact that there's so much liquidity being built up above us, it is going to be more than likely that Bitcoin is going to be pushing up higher. And there's more than $2 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations laying already around $67,000, which is not necessarily so much higher than we're currently trading on. And I mean, we could get a big squeeze towards the upside, and then the sentiment will shift very, very quickly. So I don't believe that this is the right time to be bearish on Bitcoin. Liquidity is being built up on the top side. Funding rates are being negative. And yes, I said it several times before. Yes, I think Bitcoin can still come down, but it doesn't mean that I'm bearish. No, I'm overly bullish. But if Bitcoin comes down, I'm going to be opening up a bigger position. That is what I am currently doing. So, and all you need to do right now to get a free $200 trade on Bybit is go to the link description of today's video. Press on this link below where you can claim a free $200 trade where you can claim a free trade on Bybit. And all you need to do for that is, of course, sign up an account using that link below, deposit $100 in your first 7 days, and boom, enjoy your free $200 trade, which could turn out to be millions of dollars if you do take a good trade on it. So, important to check out, very nice to check out, and of course extremely valuable. And I want to be pointing out that currently we are clearly still in a bull market. And yes, while we've been trading in a bear market, clearly the sentiment has been shifting since 2023, and now we're just trading in a significant uptrend. And I do believe that as long as we're trading in this significant trend upwards, there's no reason to necessarily worry about Bitcoin, and we're just creating a massive consolidation phase while we're consolidating around 60,000 US dollars. So insane if you would ask me. In 28 days from now on, we're going to potentially get another catalyst. And actually, it's 27 days right now, because then we're going to get the spot Ethereum ETF final deadline. And yes, just like we had with Bitcoin, most likely it's going to get accepted. And with Bitcoin, there were more than $12 billion worth of funds flowing in towards the ETF in the first 4 months here. So in my opinion, this is quite insane what we're getting here, because if only like 10% is going to flow in towards Ethereum, we're going to already see a significant price surge, because the liquidity is way lower on Ethereum. So I do believe we're going to get a massive bullish market, and I do also really believe we're going to get a massive reversal here on Ethereum. So if you want to be trading Ethereum yourself, make sure to check it out on Bybit, because you could also claim that trade on Ethereum or on Bitcoin, so whatever you want here. But Ethereum is of course also creating a very historical pattern right now, also creating a massive bull flag pattern, which I am very bullish on. And yes, whenever we do break the downtrend on the top side, that is going to be the point where I do really believe we're going to get that next squeeze towards the upside. So Ethereum is really creating some calm before the storm, and we're just waiting moments before this is going to be absolutely taking off here. And the same for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is creating this falling wedge pattern, which I believe is my main scenario. And yes, I do think that really if we come back towards the support line, it's going to be a very, very good opportunity to actually load up on new long positions. So that is what I will be doing. So this was it for me in today's update video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to slap up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.